Bots and Books fans, this is Scorp1701, and tonight we are going to be taking a look at the McFarlane Toys / DC Direct Toys Batman the Animated Series Robin reissue. Now these are figures that were released back in, say 2016 I think, and McFarlane has brought them out of the vault to give them some fresh new life, and with them has added a collectability figure, and in this case it's the Condiment King, a figure that has never been released in this line, so he may be worth picking them all up if you like the character. But before we jump into this review, I do want to remind everyone that there is a giveaway going on at Bots and Books for the rest of this week. We are celebrating our 500th subscriber with a giveaway to include the first 6 figures of the original, the real Ghostbusters toy line. Well, they're not the original, they are reissues, but there are 6 awesome figures up for grabs. You get Peter, Ray, Egon, Winston, Slimer, and Mr. Stay Puft. And all you have to do to be eligible to win these awesome figures is watch this video and follow the instructions. And you have until January 21st to do so. So, good luck if you want to enter this drawing, and I hope to see you on the 21st. Alright. So, getting back to this figure, now this is the 3rd Batman the Animated Series figure that we looked at. We started with Batman, and then we moved to Mr. Freeze. Now, Batman was a little disappointed. He looked terrible, but he functioned well. Mr. Freeze looked great, but he functioned badly. So, I don't know what we're going to get here with Robin. A lot of these figures have been returned with mixed results, sort of like they were back in the day. But let's take a look and see what we find. Taking a look at the packaging, it's in your standard Batman the Animated Series box. You have 12 plus, you have Robin and his accessories there. You have some Condiment King legs. You have Batman the Animated Series logo, Robin. Collect to build, the Condiment King over here. On the top of the box, you have McFarlane Toys, you have Batman the Animated Series, you have McFarlane Toys. On this side of the box, you have Batman the Animated Series, you have Robin, you have a big building, you have DC Direct, you have McFarlane Toys. On the other side of the box, you have Batman the Animated Series, Robin, a nice picture of Robin, DC Direct, and McFarlane Toys. On the bottom of the box, you have some credits for the box and a barcode. Finally, coming to the back of the box, where you have Batman the Animated Series, you have McFarlane Toys, you have the Condiment King, who takes up most of the back of the box, you have Robin, collect them all, which would be Scarecrow, Batman, Robin, Mr. Freeze, and some more credits for the box. And that is it for the packaging. I don't want to see Robin in the packaging, I know you don't, so let's get him out and hope that he doesn't disappoint like the others did. And here we have Robin out of the packaging. Now the packaging, he stands 5 1/4 inches tall. He comes with a set of Condiment King legs. He comes with a trading card. He comes with some alternate hands and what looks like a Boa Whip. And we will take a look at all of that in just a moment. But first off, I want to take a look at Robin himself. And coming real close in on Robin, you can see he has this traditional Batman the Animated Series look. I like the spiky hair. That is very nice. He has a black domino mask, white eyes sticking out there, very happy smile. I like that. Coming to the right side of the face, we are starting to get that very bad shading, in my opinion. You may like it, but I, for one, think that this looks like, I don't know, mud bath gone wrong, suntan lotion not put on enough, I don't know, bad makeup. That looks terrible, I think. So anyway, going back to the other side, we do not have any shading there. I think that looks the best. Maybe Two-Face got a hold of him or something, I don't know. Coming to the back of the head, you do get a little bit of spiky right here, and the same old black hair, and going down to the neck. Now I went ahead and took off the cape to get a better look at this guy, so let's zoom out just a little bit so we can take a look at the chest. And okay, so coming back down at him, yeah, I think again this shading is terrible. It looks like he spilt something on his shirt. You have some dart coming down right below the neck, up, going around to the side. And for the most part, the shirt, if it was red, is great. You got your yellow strips here, nice robin symbol coming down to the yellow belt. The right side of the belt, you got that terrible shading. On the left side of the belt, nothing there. And even when you go to the back, you can see right in the middle is where it hits, and you got shading on the right and then the shading on the left. The left side of the figure going down the pants is forest green. I like that, except with the shading, it really looks like he may have had that accident on himself and couldn't get to the bat room. Get it? The bat room? Okay, that's terrible. All right, let's zoom all the way out, taking a look at the figure in whole. Nice black boots. You do got a nice little bit of shading here on the inside, more like cartoon animated shading. I think I would have liked that better on the outside of the boot, but I guess the way somehow they got this light source going, it's light is coming from this way, so it's only shining. I don't know how it looks, but for the most part, I hate this paint job. But the figure itself, the sculpt and mold, does appear to be cool and intact. Alright, and that is what Robin is going to look like. And if you're interested, here's the cape. It's just a little plastic cape. You pull his head off and it goes right on top, and then you could put the head back on and it sits right on his shoulders. Alright, moving on. And for our articulation, starting at the head can go around 360 degrees. You do get a little wiggly waggly left and right, up and down, so that is good. Coming to the shoulders can go up from the body, but not all the way. It is kind of limited, and back down. They can go around 360 degrees. You do not have a bicep rotation. You do have an elbow bend, and it is not exactly 90 degrees, or kind of short. It is built into a forearm rotation, so you got that. You have a glove rotation, 360 degrees there, so that is good. Coming down to the hand can rotate 360 degrees, and it is hinged, so it can hinge in and out or up and down depending on where you have the hand, so that is okay. Coming to the center of the body, there is no ab crunch. You do have a 360 degree waist articulation, and that will bring you down to the legs. Now the legs are interesting. The legs are kind of bisected. You have one hinge going forward. It doesn't give you a lot of range, forward or back. I mean, but you know, I think you got more back than you do forward. Yeah, for some reason. And then bisection of the hinge goes right here to give it out to the side, so that is interesting. I don't know if Batman was like that, I can't remember, but that's neat nonetheless. Coming down, you do not have any thigh rotation. You do have a knee bend, if that's what you want to call that. That's not really anywhere near 90 degrees. It's kind of like a knee slant, but that's what they give you. You do have a boot cut, 360 degrees there. Coming down to some foot articulation where the foot goes up a little bit and then down a long ways, and it can rock all the way around 360 degrees. So there you go. Articulation, not bad, but I wouldn't say excellent either, because there's not really anything that makes it stand out. Alright, moving on. And when it comes to Robin's alternate hands, he comes with a pair of fisted hands. He comes with a pair of weapon holding hands. He comes with a pair of slightly open hands. And he comes with a left hand with a grapnel molded into it. And that is going to be Robin's alternate hands. Moving on. And for Robin's weapon accessory, he has this Boa Whip, which is okay. It's a single piece. It is molded in black rubber, and you have some boas at the top there, and it comes down, and he can hold this in his hand and kind of simulate like he's whipping it around, trying to throw it, I guess. but it's okay for what it is. And this is his only weapon accessory. I guess they didn't think it would be appropriate to give him batarangs or anything, but oh well. Alright, moving on. And also in the box you get the Robin trading card. It has a nice picture of Robin there. Batman the Animated Series. And flipping it around to the back, you do get a neat little read-up of Robin. I will zoom in as close as I can. You can pause the video, read that to your heart's content. But we must be moving onward and outward. So that is Robin's trading card. Pretty neat. Moving on. And just to finish out the box, Robin comes with the Condiment King's legs. And these are nice wobbly legs. You got white shoes, green tights, and some white underwear. Looks like they're clean, thankfully. And you got some shadowy effect here on the sides and a tab to tab into the upper part of the torso, which will come with the Scarecrow. And then we will have this guy. We could take a look at him fully put together. But until then, here we have some legs. Alright, moving on. And for comparison, here you have him with the Batman from this wave. And I don't know, for some reason, Robin looks a little smaller than he should. During the animated series, Robin was in college. I think maybe he should have come up to at least Batman's shoulder here. Definitely not taller than Batman, of course, but still, I think the scale is slightly off. And this is the Batman from the wave. I did make some adjustments to it and took off some of that shading. I'm going to try that with this Robin. Maybe that will work out well and they can get him looking a little better. But anyway, here's what these two look like together. Not too bad, I guess. Alright, moving on. And this has been the McFarlane Toys / DC Direct Toys Batman the Animated Series Robin. So, taking a look at him, the paint is really bad. And I can't really say it any other way. The shading effect on the figure just is terrible. It's all glopped up. It's on different sides. It looks like he has some weird skin disease, and it looks like he wet himself and poured some drink on his shirt. I really hate the way this thing is painted, and in the past I've tried to change up the paints a little bit. I will do that on this one. If you want to stay tuned after the video and see how successful I was, if I was successful in trying to get this guy straightened out a little bit with some adjustments, but I really don't know if I can do anything with him. When it comes to the sculpt and mold, those are great. He was very well sculpted and molded. Looks very much like the Robin from the animated show. I like that. His articulation seems a bit limited, especially in the elbows and the knees. The legs aren't too bad and the arms aren't too bad. The hinges just, I think, could have used a little more work to get that more, at least 90 degrees on them. The alternate hands are fine. The accessories with the Boa Whip, it's okay. Would have preferred at least a batarang or something that he could hold, but it is what it is. And then you have the collector's card, which is okay, but just one of those throwaway things. So all in all, I don't know if I would recommend this guy. If you like the animated series and you wanted a Robin, yeah, I really don't even think I would settle for this one. The paint is just terrible. Even if you leave him in the box, you can tell that just his legs and just the sides of his face and his arms, it just looks like it should not have been done. But even with the paint that it did come on, I do have a little bit of chipping right here at the elbow hinges, and on the front I got some red. I don't know where that came from, but it's there. And on the back there was some paint spots, so I don't know. I really feel that this line was a bunch of cast-offs that they're trying to sell after the fact that didn't do too well back in 2016, but here I am buying them, so I mean, I guess they succeeded. But you may think he looks great, and if you are interested in picking him up, you can check out your local Targets and hopefully find him on the shelf. He will go for around $30, so if you're looking, happy hunting. And that's going to be it for now, guys. I'm going to do a little bit of artistic work on this guy and see if I can put some lipstick on a pig and make it presentable. So just hang out till after the credits and I'll be right with you. But if you gotta go, have a great night, and until next time, keep playing. And welcome back, Bots and Books fans. I think I just about did it. So with a little bit of paint remover and thinner, I was able to take off most of the shading on the chest of this Robin and of the green. So yeah, I think he looks really, really nice now. Coming around, I was able to fix up that belt just a little bit, took the dark off the left side here. And around the back, yeah, got a little sloppy up here, but still, I think all in all, it looks pretty good. All things considered. I don't know what's up with my light, but hopefully it's not too big a distraction. But for the most part, yeah, I'm very happy with the way this guy turned out. Let me get his cape back on him, and then we'll see how he looks all together. And here is the final product, and I think this is the Robin that we all kind of wanted without the shading. And now that we've made him how we want him to be, I think this is going to be a lot better figure in my opinion. So yeah, as soon as you take off all the crappy paint and add a little bit of new paint, then your figure is going to be great. Okay, so if you are interested in doing such a thing, go out, get you some of this Winsor & Newton brush cleaner, and this will help you take away that fine layer of shading that they have. Don't go too deep or you'll cut into the actual plastic paint, and the plastic on the legs is red. So if you go too thick with this brush cleaner, you're going to come up to some red legs. So don't do that, but be very careful. Use it sparingly. Don't get it in your eyes or in your mouth. And if you are not old enough to drive, you probably should get your parents' help with it. Okay? All right, guys, that's it. That's the video. I'm very happy this turned out a lot better than it was. So, yay. So have a great night, and I'll catch you later.